Greetings, physics students, and welcome to your online interactive lab number 2, where we're going to look at some impulse and momentum things. Not very complicated this week, hopefully, but 2 simple experiments to show you what happens in collisions in terms of changing momentum and then impulse, and particularly with impulse, how you can reduce the amount of force by spreading out the time of impact. So those are the 2 things we're doing. First, we need to get the mass of our carts that we're going to use for the momentum of the collision. So these guys have Velcro on the ends. When they collide, they'll stick and then roll away together. But we need to know the mass because, of course, we need to be able to calculate the momentum. And to do that, we need to know the mass and the velocity. So let's get the mass of these guys. So we go ahead and put this on here. And we should be looking at 500 and something. Excellent. We're less than 600, so we can actually measure this. Okay. So 500 and is that it? Maybe a little bit less. That's going to be close enough for our work. So we're going to say it's 513 grams for the mass of cart A. So 513 grams, or 0.513 kilograms. All right. Cart B should be very similar, but maybe a little bit different. So this one is pretty much exactly 515 and a half. So we'll go ahead and include the half. 515 and a half grams for the mass of cart B. And of course, this data will be included in the video right now. Okay, and here we are, again, ready to actually do the experiment. So what we have here is our Sonic Ranger, the bat locator, as you remember from the other one of these videos that we did, involving the ball, throwing the ball up in the air. That was using this same motion detector. So it uses those clicks to figure out where the things are and send the data into the computer here. So we're just going to roll this cart, and it will connect up with the other cart, and the 2 of them will roll away at a new velocity. So in order to do that, we're just gonna roll that cart, collect the data, and then we'll interpret the data after that. So here we go. And that's no good, so let's try again, as happens with science. Try a little faster this time. Too fast. This is the kind of thing that you guys would be experiencing if you were doing it for yourself. So let's try one more time. Okay, that should do it. So we now have some data on the computer, and we'll sort of auto-fit this data. Could be better, but this will work fine for our purposes. I will be putting this data up as a screenshot so you can see it in a minute. But what we're going to do is we're going to find the average velocity through this section here. Let's see if I can get it here. The average velocity through this section. And we can get that by going to our Analyze and do statistics. And then we have our mean right there, 0.48 meters per second. And then we'll go over here, go over to this section here. Maybe not all of it, because it seems to be maybe going uphill a little bit there. So maybe this section, we'll go for the average velocity here. Same thing, Analyze, Statistics, and there's the average velocity for that section. So this one is the average velocity of the single cart A before it hit. The section here is where they are joining together as one, and then this section afterward is where they're rolling away together. So we're going to use that information to figure out what happened to the momentum during that collision. All right, so screenshot goes up right here. Okay, so here we are for trial number 2. As with most good science, we do things more than once just so we can make sure that everything is the way it should be and that we get the same result twice. So here we go with our second trial. So we need to get a new screen here, right? And then let's collect some data. Alright, and we're gonna zoom in on that graph. That actually looks quite a bit better than the first data we had. So maybe this is gonna prove our point more effectively than the last one. I think I was right that we were going uphill, so I adjusted it between trials here. We're gonna analyze our statistics. I pushed it faster this time than I did the first time, so it's 0.54 meters per second, and then we'll do a little bit from this section here. Analyze that. Yeah, 0.25, so it's close to half. A little bit less than half of the average maximum velocity of the first one. So what if we scoot this over just a little bit more maybe? Okay, so as before, I'll put up a screenshot of this, and that will allow you to have what you need in order to do your analysis of this particular part of the lab.